Today, we're diving deep into one of the most intense, game-changing moments in all of literature, Act 2 of Shakespeare's Macbeth. This is it. This is the moment a hero crosses a line, and there is absolutely no turning back.
You know, we like to think of villains as just born evil, but Shakespeare shows us something much more chilling. He shows us it's a choice. It's a single moment that can completely corrupt a person's soul. And for Macbeth, this is that moment.
And look, this isn't just any old crime. The murder of King Duncan is the event that unravels everything, not just Macbeth's mind, but the entire world around him. Okay, let's really get into this.
So first up, we're going to look at Macbeth's final agonizing moments right before the murder. This is where his ambition is in an all-out war with his conscience. So what does that moment actually look like? For Macbeth, it's not a clear, simple choice. Oh no, it looks a lot like he's losing his mind.
And just like that, boom, we are right inside his head. This is the start of one of the most famous soliloquies ever written. Macbeth is all alone, and you can just feel his mind starting to crack under the insane pressure of what he's about to do.
You can think of a soliloquy as basically a direct hotline into a character's brain. It's Shakespeare's brilliant way of giving us, the audience, a front-row seat to watch Macbeth's psychological breakdown happen in real time.
And check out how this dagger changes in his mind. At first, he thinks, okay, this is just a hallucination. My brain is overheating. But then, it becomes this bloody premonition of what's about to happen. And then it actually becomes a guide, like it's leading him, pulling him toward that bloody business. It's incredible. His own mind is literally creating the weapon that will seal his fate.
Okay, so the vision is over. Now comes the act itself. Let's take a look at the murder and the immediate shattering aftermath.
This moment, right here in Act 2, Scene 2, this is what's known as the peripeteia. I mean, think of it like the very peak of a roller coaster. Once you go over that edge, there is no stopping. For Macbeth, this is it. There's no going back. His fate is absolutely sealed.
And the fallout is immediate. He doesn't even get a second to feel triumphant. Macbeth is instantly horrified. He is consumed by a guilt so huge that he feels like all the water in all the oceans couldn't wash the blood off his hands. He's not just being poetic here. You can feel the scale of his psychological wound.
And then, you get this. What a chilling contrast. Lady Macbeth walks in, and her reaction could not be more different. For her, the blood isn't a symbol of guilt. It's just evidence. It's a practical problem that she thinks a little water will solve. This single line shows you the massive gap that's already opening up between them. I mean, the contrast is just so stark. He's a total wreck, paralyzed by guilt, and he's already hearing voices telling him he'll sleep no more. She, on the other hand, is all business. She's cold, she's focused only on the cover-up. Right here, he starts his spiraling descent into paranoia, while she decides to just lock her emotions away. And boy, is that a decision that's going to come back to haunt her.
All right, so the deed is done. The sun comes up, the king's body is discovered, and now the Macbeths have to put on the performance of their lives.
But before all that chaos erupts, we get this incredible, dark, and kind of funny scene with the porter. He's drunk, and he's imagining he's the guy who opens the gates of hell. The irony here is just so thick, because he's joking, but we, the audience, know that his castle has literally become a hell on earth overnight.
The knocking at the gate finally stops the porter's little comedy routine. The other lords arrive, and just like that, it's showtime. The Macbeths have to switch from being murderers to being shocked, innocent hosts.
And they almost pull it off. Lady Macbeth fakes a swoon perfectly. Macbeth gives this ridiculously over-the-top speech about how much he loved the king. But then, he makes a huge mistake. He goes off script. He admits that he killed the guards in a supposed fit of rage, and that is the moment the first real seeds of suspicion are planted.
You see, this murder wasn't just a political crime. In Shakespeare's world, it was a crime against nature itself. And in this final section, we're going to see how the consequences just ripple outwards, breaking the world.
So, the morning after the murder, this nobleman, Lennox, starts describing the night, and it sounds like the apocalypse. Chimneys were blown down, there were strange screams on the wind. He says the earth itself felt like it had a fever and was shaking. It's like nature is physically reacting to the king's death.
And things get even weirder.
The entire natural order is flipped on its head. It's dark during the day. A tiny little owl kills a powerful falcon. And get this, Duncan's own horses go wild, break out of their stalls, and eat each other. By killing the king, Macbeth has literally broken reality.
Now, to us, this might sound a little out there, but for Shakespeare's audience, this made perfect sense. They believed in something called the divine right of kings, which is the idea that the king was God's chosen representative on earth. So to kill the king wasn't just treason, it was a direct attack on God and the natural order of the universe. Of course, it would unleash total chaos.
And that's where Act 2 leaves us. Macbeth has the crown, the king's sons have run away, which conveniently makes them look guilty, but not everyone is buying it. A guy named Macduff makes a point of not going to Macbeth's coronation. He goes home to Fife instead. And that's a public snub. That's a huge deal. The stage is now set for the next big conflict. The question is no longer if Macbeth is going to fall, but who's going to be the one to take him down.